Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
O my Jesus,
Forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, lead all souls to heaven, especially those who most need of thy mercy.
The third luminous mystery is the proclamation of the kingdom of God.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation.
I'm Tara Quinn, the Executive Director and founder of the Help Crisis Pregnancy Center in Monroe. We're a life-affirming ministry, helping women to know that they have choices and that choosing life is always a really good choice. I think many times people don't understand what a pregnancy center does in their community. We have many services that we offer. They come in, they take pregnancy tests here. Our medical department just continues to expand. We offer ultrasounds. Statistics say that 85 to 90% of women who see their baby on an ultrasound will choose life. Just recently we had a woman say that when she heard her baby's heartbeat, she knew then she had to choose life. What I think's incredible about that story is she saw her baby's heartbeat. Our machine did not have the capability for her to hear that heartbeat. So just the power of that image of that child makes such a difference. We also have been able to extend services this year where we have a prenatal clinic where we are able to offer free prenatal care for all 40 weeks for their pregnancy. We will do everything but deliver babies, and that at this time we're not able to do that, but we can offer them their prenatal care. These are women who are either underinsured, they don't have insurance. We're able to help them choose life by having this incredible resource. We have a doctor that donates his time. We have nurses and medical professionals who come alongside of us to be able to do this. We know that just choosing life, the women have many more needs than that. We have peer counselors here that come alongside of them. We have lactation consultants where we offer breastfeeding classes. We offer Bible studies where we want to see them grow spiritually, where they make decisions here for Christ. We had over 55 salvations last year, so we want to be able to continue that process and to help feed them into the local churches. And so we offer clothing. We go from newborn to size 6. So we want to help these mothers long term. We want to help them succeed. How many of us have had to have help before? And we didn't need it forever. We just needed someone to intervene for a time period. A lot of time as women, we find ourselves in a place where we never thought we would be. It wasn't something we planned to do. It wasn't where we planned to be in life. We have to make decisions that affect us long term, and we don't always understand that. For me, I was a 16-year-old teenager in this community. I was what would call a churched girl. I was a girl that sat on a church pew, a Baptist church in this community. I was really in a high-risk group. There was divorce in my family, and I know when women do not understand who they are, we're always trying to find our identity in someone else. And so for me, it was in a guy. I found myself pregnant at 16. Of course, I was single. I was in high school, and I was overwhelmed. There wasn't a pregnancy center in our town, and there just wasn't a voice in this community. I just really didn't know where to turn. And so the only alternative that I had heard about was going to Planned Parenthood in Charlotte. So I always say I lost a child by default. Just no one was speaking up. No one was giving me other options. I was scared. It was before I could go Google pregnancy and development, and I always wanted to be a mom. I just didn't want to be a teenage mom. And when you're 16, you don't understand the long-term consequences to choices that you make. I've had to live out that choice, and it's just not always been easy. And so that day as that teenager, I walked into that clinic and took the life of my first child, and it was devastating. It was, I immediately knew that what I had done for me was wrong. So from that, this ministry has been birthed, that what I say my testimony is Genesis 50:20, of what the enemy intended for evil, God has used for good. He never intended me to abort a baby so that I could sit here and tell other women that God has a better plan. But He has been able to use it because I was able to go before Him and just lay myself before Him in that broken state. And He's a forgiving and a gracious God. I think the biggest part for women that struggle after abortions is forever. This word called forever, because abortions last forever. When we're more mature and have other things in place, we can't go back and put this baby back together. So what we have to do is we have to allow, I had to allow Jesus Christ to put me back together. We have been going to the sidewalks in Charlotte at one of the largest and busiest abortion clinics in our area. We travel there 6 days a week, and we were the first in the state of North Carolina to have a mobile unit. There are now other units in other cities where there are clinics. We were in the first 10 in the whole United States with a mobile unit.
My name is Cheryl Deloge, but everybody calls me Sherry out here. I'm a registered nurse. When the vision came that we would be able to take a portable ultrasound machine and bring life to these babies, that they could actually see them, and we could measure. It's called limited ultrasound, and we measure the size of the baby. We look at the heartbeat, and with the ultrasound machine and all the multitude of brochures and the even maternity clothes that we store on board has been an immense help to young women who feel like they have no choice. What would you want at that desperate moment when someone is sharing with you life? What would you want to step into? What would you want it to look like and to smell like? We want to be fresh. We want to have the same thing that we represent, how we are fresh. We want to keep this RV mobile unit fresh for them. We want it to be a place of safety. We want it to be a place where they can be honest and open. At least once a month for a while, it has had serious malfunctions, or I can list, the list is huge. The brakes have gone on this, and while someone was driving it, which is dangerous to begin with, the transmission, it broke down, it had to be towed. There's a huge expense there that wouldn't be there if we were able to, and it took a while. They had trouble finding the parts to replace it because of the age. And so we got out here. We couldn't do what the vision and the plan of God is to do with the RV. We were unable to, we don't have the ultrasound machine, all the brochures. the tiny hens books that we use, that the counselors use on the sidewalk. It's serious. Everything is in need of repair, I would say. Probably everything on here. But I've had my generator turn off in the middle of an ultrasound and have to go back and redo bring everything up and get started again. They've been really patient, most every client that's happened to at that time. And it does give us time. We use it, of course, for God's goodness. There needs to be awareness of what a new RV would do. I think it would speak that we're not going away. We're here to stay. We're not second class. We have a choice for you that is good, that is up to date, is contemporary, is strong, and I think it would build great confidence to everyone out here. But I think especially to everyone there, it would say, you know what? We care about you. A new RV, a new mobile unit would represent that very well, I think. I really believe that.
I know the power of that mobile unit is tremendous. I've always felt, had there been something like that the day that I went to the abortion clinic, if there had been someone saying, young lady, we'll be glad to talk to you. Would you come over here and let us share more with you? And if I would have known, I could have gotten an ultrasound. If I could have seen the fingers and toes of my son or daughter, I would never have walked in the clinic. So for me, that mobile unit just makes sense. It makes sense to know that if we can share truth, that it can impact a life, and it saves life. We see lives saved out there every week. And as a result, it changes the face of our community. We're here today beside our unit, and it is 20 plus years old. We have used this unit for over 8 years. It goes to Charlotte 6 days a week. And at this point, when we have difficulty with it, we're not able to purchase new parts, and we rarely can find a used part any longer. It has served us well, and its time is really short. This unit makes a huge difference in touching the lives of women and children and families, and it is a powerful tool. When that woman can come on this unit, she can get an ultrasound and she can see her baby and choose life. That's what you're a part of this evening.
Help Crisis Pregnancy Center and a new mobile medical unit is a cause for tea.
Help Crisis Pregnancy Center is a cause for tea.